And good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to Campbelltown Stadium for this very important test between South Africa and Niue, here live on Two Little Fish. And also you're getting some audio from the boys at radiohub.com.au. My name's Alby Talarico. I can just tell you the atmosphere here is absolutely fantastic. For those that have braved the elements, congratulations to you. For those that are watching on the live stream right across the world, we welcome you for this very, very special coverage of this inaugural test between South Africa and Niue. South Africa, of course, beat the Philippines last week against the Tamaraos. Niue, well, from what I've heard, I can hear they can throw the ball around and have a lot of fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the broadcast of South Africa and Niue.
And thank you, Alby Talarico. Good evening from Campbelltown Stadium. My name is Daniel Pedro. Alby will make his way back up to the commentary box shortly to bring you all the action of this great game. Also joining us tonight, Curtis Woodward. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you.
Daniel, good evening to you too, mate. And nice to see you guys out from the inner suburbs of Sydney. You come out to the Wild Wild West, and we put the weather on for you. It's glorious out there, and a little birdie told me that apparently you're supposed to be down on the sideline this evening, which was never going to happen.
You got out of that one, didn't you?
I did. And I don't even know why Albert went down there, because that was, what, a 20-second throw? And I don't know if you could see that on the live stream on Two Little Fish, but there's 5 beautiful cheerleaders off to the left.
You can see them right now.
Oh, we can see them? Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so everyone at home, everyone around the world can see them. I think Albie went down there, put his suit jacket on, just to be next to the girls. So it is really exciting to be here tonight. Obviously, 2 international teams. Both teams obviously looking to improve, Daniel, and we should see a great game of football and very entertaining too.
You mentioned the weather. It was raining about 10-20 minutes ago when we had a curtain raiser. New South Wales and Queensland Unis played in a game here, and it was Queensland winning. They won by 34 points to 12, but the rain seems to have eased up. Of course, it's been very wet around New South Wales the past week or so. Now, Albie mentioned South Africa last weekend. We saw that on Two Little Fish last week. An important test match for emerging international rugby league. We're seeing a lot of them throughout the weekend. Of course, we've got the Australia-New Zealand match now next week. Very important tonight to see how these two teams go. Oh,
it's the biggest game in Sydney this weekend. I think Big League touched on it this week as well, that it is the biggest game in Sydney. It's great that international rugby league does get centre stage, and I'm very happy for 2 teams like this, especially a team like Niue, who are something like 2,000 population back on their island, back in the South Pacific. So and South Africa too, who are pushing towards that World Cup in 2017.
And we saw a bit earlier while Albie was talking the trophy downstairs. We're just waiting for the 2 teams to take the field. We'll run you through the team lineups shortly. I might get Curtis to do that.
No, I'm not doing it.
But a good crowd here as well. We mentioned the weather, but there's a few people in the grandstand. Of course, no NRL this weekend, no New South Wales Cup. So one of the limited opportunities in Sydney, at least, to come out and see rugby league this weekend.
Yeah, and it's good especially for Sydney Southwest, and a little plug here for the 81stminute.com. But a few things have been written on there in the past. Even today, some words from Mayor Paul Lake about the West Tigers and what's happening with rugby league in the local area. So the more football and more rugby league played out here, the better. And we're looking at a good game this evening, and hopefully the weather stays away and we can see the best of both teams.
Yeah, from what Albie said, South Africa threw the ball around a lot last weekend. I saw a bit of that match as well. So hopefully you're in for a wonderful match this afternoon. Albie's just making his way up to the commentary box. We'll take the national anthem shortly when the 2 teams take the field. Curtis, your tip in this game, kick-off only a few minutes away.
Well, unfortunately, I think the weather's going to play against Niue, who I think their best chance is going to be to play some football, some real razzle-dazzle football like we're seeing at the moment on the Gold Coast with Fiji, Papua New Guinea, Samoa and Tonga. So this wet weather, I think, with the more structure that South Africa are going to have, like you said, we saw a bit of them last week against the Philippines. I definitely think that this weather is going to play into South Africa's hands, who might play a little bit more up the middle, a little bit more structure off their halves.
And we will try and keep you up to date with those other 2 games coming out of the Gold Coast as well. Alby Talarico has made his way up to the commentary box. Did you get wet down there, Alby?
Do you know the rain's just stopped, Curtis? I wanted to remind you of that.
I'll go back down there if you want. Those cheerleaders. I'll go down.
Oh, geez. I'll tell you what.
Go down, I'll go down.
The old days, they used to make them tough in Campbelltown. I don't know what's happened, but I have to say the pitch is in perfect condition. There are a few wet edges just around the try line, so I think the players will take a lot out of that. But I also feel that you're right. I think the structures of play will help the South Africans. We called the game last week. Niue, I've only heard of the players. I've seen them in individually in various Shield and Massey and, of course, New South Wales Cup. There's also a bit of an NYC and a tad of fringe NRL first-grade experience there. But as they take the field right now, as you can see it on the pictures as well. So it's great to see. And there seems to be a smattering of crowd here this afternoon or this evening as well, which is great. So they're here to support their boys. It's the only game on Rugby League here in Sydney Town tonight, and we're proud to bring it to you on Two Little Fish via live stream, and of course you can listen to it if you so desire on radiohub.com.au. We'll be silent, of course, during the anthems, and it is very stirring. Last week, the South Africans, without any help whatsoever, sung it, and it was one of the most patriotic things I've ever heard. Oh, isn't that stirring? National anthems by both sides, but again, in particular, by the South Africans here this evening at Campbelltown Stadium. Of course, we've got our tips in for this evening, and Niue did get the kickoff, so they'll be defending the northern end of the ground, the South Africans the southern end of the ground, or the Leagues Club end of the ground here at Campbelltown Stadium as they take, I suppose, what you might say, a knee or a prayer with the South Africans. They are very much religious people, and so the Niue will also be deciding exactly what they may have a little introduction, a bit like the haka.
I can tell you just whilst we wait for the game to get underway, there's a whole heap of rep matches going on today. Junior Kangaroos 22 defeated New Zealand Junior Kiwis 20, and at the moment there's a game going on between Fiji and Papua New Guinea. It's Fiji 18 leading Papua New Guinea forward 12 minutes into the second half, so we'll keep you up to date with all of that as well as we wait for kickoff here at Campbelltown Stadium.
Oh, the one thing that I just picked up, boys, in those national anthems is the size difference between South Africa and Niue. Now, Niue have got some big boppers, but over the squad, South Africa certainly look like they're going to have some size throughout the 80 minutes. And I did say prior to the game too, the structures, but just if they can control the ball through the weather, the back end of both halves, I think the South Africa is going to get them in the back ends of both halves, as I said.
Absolutely. You're watching Two Little Fish via live stream here this evening, which is a great honour and privilege to be calling this test. And here is the Niue war cry. Oh, that was fantastic. That's one of the best war cries I think I've ever seen.
Brilliant.
Wasn't that fantastic? So for those watching, if you've not seen it before, those in South Africa, those in Niue that may have seen it before, unfortunately I was wrong. Niue did win the toss. They're defending the southern end of the ground here at Campbelltown Stadium.
I was going to say, South Africa started moving forward to it. That's why I was trying to get your attention. That was amazing. I don't know if the boys next door can get a close-in shot of the number 16 for South Africa at some time tonight. Harris Halvor, he has got the best moustache I've ever seen. he's dead set Magnum PI. It's beautiful. So if you get a chance, let's have a look at it. That's
now,
awesome.
Of course, without Phil Henderson, Ziggy Preslinski, Adamski, and Rowan Best, they're our officials this evening here at Campbelltown Stadium. We're waiting for the ground manager to give the all clear, and we'll be away here. We'll see how this goes. I did watch them last week, and they do know how to throw the ball around the South Africans, and we're just waiting for the kickoff here for this international test between South Africa and Niue. And here's the kickoff. Taken on the full, and they charge the ball straight up. Now they take it straight up. You're right, he's one of the biggest poppers on the field, isn't he? And he goes to ground, and that was to Blanche. And now Mazembe is at the acting half. And he gets lifted and twisted and turned there. And Niue again here this evening. They work their way again. They go straight up there. I thought that was a fraction high. The referee has found it. Yes, it was high. So the first penalty of the match will go towards the South Africans.
Yeah, and of course, Niue trying to be aggressive there in the first set of 6, but they don't want to be giving away some silly penalties. We'll see South Africa probably find touch here on the halfway line, and a good start, a good chance for them first up in this game. It says touch finder is a very good one. In fact, it goes about 30 metres on the fly, but it's going to be taken here by Niue, so they fail to find touch, and they're going to be tackled now 10 before the halfway line.
Right, they'll get up and they'll play the ball right here on the 40. And at the acting half, it's Luliaka. And he charges up the field now, and he's tackled 5 short. They'll get up and play it. Open side they go. Good run there by Kurt Bernard, who's in the number 10 jersey this evening. And he'll get up and play the ball back to Liga, who's playing the dummy half, inside running. Some good movements there by the Niue, which is their first set this evening. Now they bring it towards this open side. Now they just charge it up again now as they head towards the attacking zone of the South African. They're about 25 out. Open side they come. Now they charge the ball up. There's the kick there by Luisi. It's not a bad bomb. Mazembe goes up for it and takes it beautifully. And he's put down 5 short.
Oh, just if Niue had a look to the outside there, to their right, they had a 3-on-1 overlap. So we've seen a little bit earlier what their game plan is going to be. But if they want to play some football early, I think they can get South Africa on the outskirts of the defensive line.
Just on the South African fullback, Gideon Mazembe, I've been privileged enough to see him play for Sydney Uni a bit last year, playing a few games at Henson Park. Very, very good, and he takes a run now and makes 10 metres.
Yeah, he makes some good yards, doesn't he? Straight up the centre of the field, and he's put down in the tackle. They work all right. You're right. He's got a great moustache, and then also so does the hooker.
How good is it?
So is Villoven. He's got a great. He's got a great moustache as well. They go back there looking for the kick. It's that kick inside the 30-metre line. It'll go to the fullback, Andrew Siini, or Alex Siini. He makes the ball, tries to get up to the 40-metre line before he's put down in the tackle by the South African defenders. And now they will get up and play the ball right on the 40 now. They come towards that open side. Make some good metres again. Put down. A bit more defensive structures this week by the South Africans. They had a lot of ball in the opening game against the Tamaraws last week. And of course, the Niue now, the acting half. And here's Yulakita. And he sends it towards that far side of the ground. Now they try and make some metres up that right edge there of the field, Curtis.
Yeah, I was just going to say, these numbers for you, for Alby, for Niue, if you didn't have a TV screen up here, there'd be some struggle out there on the field. They're about the same colour out there, so good luck.
They're in the black.
I hope it doesn't rain.
It doesn't. Here's not a bad little deft kick, and they work it in line, but the South Africans there, and they try to get out of their line. Can he get it? No, he doesn't, and unfortunately, that was the winger for South Africa, and unfortunately, that was Rupert Wells, who wasn't able to take it in the field of play, got pushed back, and so it'll be a goal line dropout. Some good movements. I'm really impressed so far by Niue.
I tell you what, they've started off, haven't they, the game well. They've had 4 minutes of play, and they've had most of the ball. Of course, South Africa got the early penalty, but then, unfortunately for them, couldn't find touch. So here's a huge chance for them. Just quickly in the other game, Fiji 18 leading Papua New Guinea 14.
Wow, fantastic. Up at Gold Coast. Good.
Yes.
Seabus out there. Goal line dropout now for the South Africans. Allowed to bounce. Now they're looking for some runners, and they do find, of course, the big prop in Kurt Bernard. He'll get up. He's playing it back. There's, well, he's got to be a good bloke. Alby Talarico sends it across field now. Now they're charging up. Michael Filimona, he's the captain today. He's put down in the tackle. And that was affected by the by Harris Halvor. You're right, he has got a great moustache, doesn't he? Oh. Good meters there by the by Niue. Oh, beautiful pass, and it looks like we've got the opening try there by Wes Lolo. What a fantastic try there by the Niue. So it's 4-0. 4-0.
Yeah, great try. Great opening start. Probably a bit of a surprise in this game, but they have had most of the ball over the opening 5 minutes. That will do their confidence the world of good. 4-0, kick to come, and South Africa are in a bit of trouble early on, Curtis.
Yeah, they look shot, South Africa. A couple of their big bobbers in the middle there to Blanche and Ati Hubert there at the last dropout when they got that repeat set there for Niue. They wanted to take as long as possible. They are struggling out there early, the South Africans, and maybe it's going to go the other way. This smaller Niue pack, if they keep the ball, they're going to go a long way to winning this game. So great start from the small Pacific Island nation. Dare say the underdogs tonight.
Give them a lot of confidence, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would give them great confidence. Just been impressed by their completions, and that pass there was great. And of course, the try being scored by Wes Lolo. And so Niue, I reckon there'd be some very happy. This is the lady, one of the team managers came up and she said, well, Niue, not a lot of people know about it, but we can tell you there's one stop sign and one give way sign in the whole area there.
And there's a few flags down there as well.
It's great to see. I mean, that's what rugby league's all about. Conversion by the fullback in Alex Sieni. His first one this evening. He's about 15 out, 19 in from touch. Kicks it. And the flags go up. So, score takes it out to 6-0. Niue over South Africa.
Yeah, I can say in the lead up to this game too, just the kind of bloke I am, Alby, I went over to Niue during the week just to do a bit of research. I can tell you that they've only got about 2,000 people in the whole country.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously it's a great job for a small nation like this to get on the football field and try to make the right moves towards being the next Papua New Guinea or Samoa or Tonga.
And that's a very important weekend, the rep weekend, for games like this, and hopefully it continues on. I know there's some critics, but it's very good to have them here tonight, and it should be a good game. Good start by Niue.
Yeah, just to let you know, it's the first South African test played first tour of Australia since 1963. We called that a nutmeg in the old day. The ball went straight underneath his legs. And it's a good run-up now by Simeki. And he's put down in the tackle there by the South Africans. And 6-0 in favour of Niue. They work, try and ruck it out of their danger zone there. And they're making already some good meterages in this set of 6 already from the kickoff. And they're in front on the scoreboard. They go towards that open side. They're looking for some runners. And, geez, they're working the edges well, aren't they?
Not afraid to throw the ball around either.
Not at all. Not at all. And here's the hooker, Yulukita. And he sends it open side. And now they're making some good runs. But a good tackle there by Harris Halvar as well for the South Africans. Got a bit of NRL experience. Here's the kick. Now they're just turning South Africa around. Mazembe will try and get the ball on a kick return. It's got a bit of dust on that, and so that'll come back to the 20 for the Super 7. Curtis.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier about Niue's numbers being horrible, but what about South Africa's numbers? They're the smallest numbers in the world.
well,
someone's got the font numbers wrong with the computer design.
They're better than what they were last week, I can tell you. They make a good 5 or 6 metres, and so that's good for South Africa, and they make it just short of the 30. Now they work their way off. A good little darting run, wasn't it? And now they're put down by the tackle. Straight, there's the man with the great beard, isn't it? That was the...
he makes me want to eat crisps.
And a big hit there as well.
Marcel Verloen. Did he lose the ball? He did. Niue is now with the ball. Back up over the 40. Now they're right on the counter-attack here. They're here to play, aren't they? That was a good run, and that was number 4 in Marcel Ikifoo. And he's put down in the tackle and at the hooker or the dummy half. They go towards the short side now, and they're looking for some runners. He came out of the line, but the referee said that went forward. So our first scrum for the day. Let's hope. I watched an old game on the television today, one from the 1970s. I hope it doesn't end up like that, but it was a different style of game back then.
And the first real mistakes from both teams there over the past minute or so. South Africa getting led off the hook, but they can't afford to make mistakes here, South Africa, because they're already down on the scoreboard. And as I said a few minutes ago, they're not afraid to throw the ball around Niue, as South Africa weren't last weekend against the Philippines.
Exactly. Scrum's right on the 30-metre line, 25 in from touch. And so the South Africans will feed the ball. The 14, the halfback is Ruan de Prez. So now he takes the ball up around about...
and they're up over the 40-metre line now, South Africa. They're making good metres. Probably the best set of 6 for them so far today. this evening. Sorry about that. And up over the halfway line they go now, the South African team. It's third tackle. They're wanting a penalty, but they're not. Back the 10. Ball goes infield. Now they've got numbers to that left-hand side if they want it, but they can't quite get the ball away. And they're going to be tackled now 8 into Niue territory. It'll be played now, and they'll go short side and up over the 40-metre line. Mzembe was there in support, but he's tackled now 28 short of that Niue line. Last tackle now for South Africa. The bomb will go up from about the 30-metre line. It's a spiralling bomb. It's into the Ngora. Niue let it bounce. Luckily for them, it's going to go dead, and they'll come back for a 20-metre restart. But risky play there from Niue. 6-0 they lead South Africa, Curtis.
Yeah, I know in the pre-game that I said that the South African side had some real size about them. 4 in their 3, both their centres on the one side of the field. As we see a knock on from Niue, they might get a try down this right-hand side.
Yeah, it's with the number 3 now here for South Africa, and it is with Rudolph Prinsloo, and he's going to be tackled now 12 out. He gets up to play the ball, and they go that same side with a big hit there on Boats it is, and he's going to be playing at 5 short of that Niue line. Lucky not to concede a penalty there. It's played now, and they go back into the centre of the field now. They've got numbers to the left-hand side, and they spin it that way, and they do so. They cut out Mzembe. They to Langenhoven now, and he's going to be tackled now around about 8 out from the Niue line. So here's a chance for South Africa. Played now, but a knock on from dummy half there. It was Johan Hubert knocking the ball on, and Niue survived. They'll get the scrum feed 10 out. We've had 10.5 minutes of play. Niue 6, South Africa 0.
Yeah, that's a poor play the ball. I couldn't get the number out there. You've got the TV screen in front of you, but that was on the last tackle. That was a horrible play the ball, and you just can't do that on the last tackle in rugby league. You've got to give your dummy half the best possible chance, and you just rucked it back like he was playing rugby, Alby.
Yeah, well, I said that during the pre-match that they are very much rugby orientated, but they are slowly moving their way out of that reliance in the way of rugby union. So now they've got the scrum win, the Niue, and they bring it off their 10-metre line. They try and ruck it, and they bring it to the tackle about 15 out from the line.
See what they can do here at Niue. They'll take a run from dummy half into the 20-metre line, and just over it, the number 1 Sione is tackled. He can age to get off from the South African team. They finally play the ball now. Took about 5 seconds. Another run here for dummy half. They make about 4 metres, and they're going to be tackled 26 out. Better defence here from South Africa, Alby, but lucky not to concede.
I tell you what, that's a big 10 metres on a night like tonight by the referee. That's almost 12 metres. Good run there by Niue. They're up over the 40. They make that a good run. Mzembe's got to beat, but no, I think it's the halfback that's brought him down in Ruan Duprise. And so they quick play the ball now for Niue, and they're right on the attack here, and there's the halfback, and he gets the ball. Talapai, good old Alby there, but they put the kick through. Can they regather? No, but it's come off, I think, the South Africans it has, and so a scrum will set. Now Niue will get a repeat set, 10 out, 20 in from touch on that far side of the field.
Yeah, entertaining play there from Niue, and once again South Africa really not doing too well. Okay, unlucky there that the ball came off the South African player, but Niue probably had numbers. They could have ran it. They had about a 3-on-1 overlap, but they decided to kick it. Worked out well from Curtis. They'll get the scrum feed 10 out from the South African line.
Yeah, a bit of football there from the halfback, Alby Talarico, who's apparently the greatest man in the world because he's got a certain first name. But I might be right here, but is Alby Talarico a former lower grade of the Roosters? Might have played some footy for Samoa as well.
He's with North Ipswich at the moment, so
I'll have a look for you guys. I'll do a little bit of research for you.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Thanks,
you're not on the sidelines.
Yeah, you might as well do something. Yeah, they won the scrum win. They're going to spread it out this far into the field now, and it's a good run now. The winger in Niwaka, and he's put down in the tackle. He's about 19 out from the line. Dummy half is Semeki. He'll bring it towards the open side. He offloads. Now they try and just that inside ball. Now they're working this left-hand edge, and they're up over the line, just trying to get across the advantage line, but brought down in the tackle by the South Africans in Joubert and, of course, Butma. Now they come towards the open side. They're stretching the defence. That'll be another try, I think, but the referee, I think, has pulled it up. No, he's let it go, and it's a try to Niue.
That's a good try too. Danger signs here for South Africa. No one was really expecting this. 13 minutes gone, so still plenty of time left for South Africa. But 2 very good tries there by Niue, and they're going to be leading in a moment, you'd imagine, by 12 points to 0, Curtis.
Yeah, we just mentioned that man Talapai, who definitely did play for the Roosters. I can confirm, and a bit of a sleight of hand from the veteran halfback. He moved across to his right. He had a few options out to on the fringe there, and South Africa, they were in 2 minds, and when you do that on the last tackle, you have no hope. So they go out to a 10-0 lead, and it should be 12 in a minute.
It should be 12, absolutely.
And we're waiting for the kick at goal here for the Niue side, and it's going to be about 11 out. Straight in front, as you can see here at Campbelltown Stadium, you give them a 12 points to 0 lead, and we're going to see here. So danger signs here for South Africa as we wait for the kick goal here, Alby.
Yeah, here's the conversion now. And, of course, the fullback again in Alex Sieni. It's his second shot for this evening. Straight in front of the post at the northern end of the ground. And good to see. You can hear the crowd in the background for those that are here as well. Good on them for coming out and supporting these two sides. Here's the kick straight between the posts.
Yeah, nice kick there, and it's going to be interesting to see what South Africa do here. They got that win last weekend against the Philippines, but they're going to, well, firstly, just control the ball and not give away penalties. Unlucky a bit there, of course, with that ball going out on the sideline, but Niue, their confidence will be up after 15 minutes of play.
Oh, boys, I just tried to do a bit of investigating for you to see who got that try. Went to the ground announcer, said who got the try. He said he's got no idea either. So he's going to give it to Bernard, I believe it is.
Yeah, I think he's right. I think it's one of the Bernard boys there.
Well, if there's two of them, then we're twice a chance. So I really like the look of Niue. They're really doing a great job. They're playing football. South Africa obviously have to play to their structures. As Alby said, they're trying to break away from that rugby union background. But their huge centres are really being marked out and targets at the moment for Niue.
Yeah, here's the run now. Here's the first play for Niue. Good run. They brought it out to the 20 now. They're charging the ball up. And that's a good run there by the second rower. And you can hear the referee in the background just getting the rules to them as well. That was as forward as anything. The referee brings it
I thought
back.
he wasn't going to call it for a second. But here's, on a serious note, here's a chance for South Africa here. They haven't had much ball down this end of the field. They're going to get the scrum, about 18 to Niue territory. So if they can hold the ball, put some pressure on Niue, they should be able, you'd think they'll be able to get the try. But we'll see how Niue's defence goes.
I'm going to put points on the lock. Harris Halvor with that tash to go through under the post.
It's your new favourite player.
I'm putting money on it. He's a beautiful looking man.
12-0. Niue over South Africa here at Campbelltown Stadium. So the scrum about 35 out from the line, and it'll be fed by Ruan de Prez, and it's won by the South Africans. They bring it towards that open side. Better running now. He slipped. That's going to be a bit of a problem there. They should have put in the old long studs as they used to in the old day. And there's the acting half, or the hooker in Villoen. And he's screaming at his players as they work this right-hand edge, and that was Shane Gillum now. And now he's coming towards the short side. Better run now by Dwayne Bertmar. And Bertmar's tackled just on the 20-metre line. And the hooker is absolutely berating, but they've got a penalty, and they needed that.
They did.
Desperately.
They did, of course. Niue guilty of conceding a penalty early on, but the defence is very, very good. Real test here, though. They're going to probably take the tackle. They're going to go for touch. They will go for touch. They're going to find touch probably, about 15 out from the Niue line. So a huge test, their biggest test so far this evening for Niue. Absolutely.
So brings it out to about 15 out from the line now. And we'll see what's happening. He takes a quick, almost a shepherd, but he's right. That's Ronald Boats. And he's put down about 9 short of the line. And the hooker screaming at them, trying to tell them to get off. It goes back to the 5-8. Now that comes across to that open side. The big centre three-quarter in Boats. Now they're trying to work that far end of the field. And they're put down in the tackle. As you can see them on the 9 metres out from the line. Short side play now for the South Africans, and they're almost at the line. I think he's there. Is he held up? No, they push him back. Good defence there by Niue. And you can hear the support there. And that was a good tackle there by Bernard. There's the hooker in Velo, and send it across field now. And he came out for his line, the 5-8. The ball's gone to ground. I feel it's a knock on. And a scrum will set 10 out. Was it touched in flight, though, however? But the referee, I'm just waiting for the signal from the referee. No, it wasn't. It'll be Niue loosened feet. It was a good defensive set. They just manned up there, didn't they, Niue?
That's great defence. That was, as I said, their first real chance. And again, they're leading 12-0, but Curtis will take a lot more confidence on that defence. South Africa not really throwing too much at them in that set of 6.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit worried about South Africa with the ball in hand. I think they can grind it out and make the metres and get down the other end of the field, but it's a little bit of polish at the end of the sets. Which is going to hurt them. And that's what Niue have that South Africa potentially don't have is their halfback, Alby Talarico, who is formerly with the Roosters, played in first grade as well, and obviously represented Samoa. So we'll see what Niue can do here, because obviously with their smaller pack, hopefully they can work it away from their own end. They're doing a good job. Yeah,
they're up over the 20-metre line now, Alby. They're going to play the ball 23 out.
They go towards that open side, and now they just try and work it up over. Good little, a loose carry. The ball's gone down now. I think the conditions are hurting both players and both teams at the moment. So a scrum will set. So South Africa, let's see what they can do. And that's 12-0 on the scoreboard. Well, they've got to grind their way back into this game. South Africa, I think the emotions got a little bit of them in this particular game. They had all the possession in last week's game against the Philippines, but Niue is a different I'm quite impressed with them at the moment, and the standard of the game has been very good.
And they've got to play smart football as well. You mentioned the weather. It's not raining at the moment, but we did have about a half an hour of rain before the game. So obviously slippery conditions. Our South Africa win the scrum feed, and the halfback goes himself, Alby.
He does. Dupree's now takes it up to the 30-metre line, and Mazembe's at the acting half, or at the dummy half roll. He decides to scamper out, and again the conditions are hurting the South Africans at the moment. Maybe need the love to get in at the half-time break and make some quick changes. That's a better run. Straight up the guts of the field there. That was a good run there by the South Africans. Below in there is at dummy half. Waits, holds, looks for his runners. Now they charge up. And there's Halva Harris. They go to him a lot because he's got a lot of NRL experience. Good experience here in Australia with the Gold Coast Titans. Now they go inside pass, and they've dropped it, unfortunately. A bad error there by Dwayne Botma. So a scrum on the 10-metre line, and it's now getting a little bit frustrating on both sides.
Yeah, I hope Niue don't go into the shells, though. We saw in that last set of 6, they tried to force that offload about 35 metres out from their own end. But they've got to keep doing that because this South African fullback, even their centres, they're huge men. So if Niue want to keep this lead and protect it, they can't go into the shells. They've got to move forward, go to the A and B defenders, and just a little tip-on plays and move this South African fullback from left to right as much as they can.
I know that South Africa did spend a bit of time with the Canterbury side out of Belmore just to get some tips on the finer points of the game, and they were absolutely honoured, and they were on the footy show during the week, which is great. From the scrum win, Niue now scamper out of the scrum base, and unfortunately the ground, of course, and there's the hooker that goes down in Alex Sieni. Now they work towards that open side now to try and ruck their way off the 10-metre line, and they made some good 9 or 10 metres, but good tackle there by the South Africans, and that was the prop forward in Treblanche that's manned up in that particular tackle. Now they're starting to get a bit organised in their defence now, the South Africans, but Niue take nothing away from them. They're working their way up the line, and here's another one of the biggest boppers on the field there. I think that'd be the Wakisimi Kaufoto, and he's down in the tackle now, so I think that was him that comes towards that open side. Now they look for the kick, and Luisi now turns Mazembe around, and he's got to come in off his 10-metre line, and now he's got the kick return now, tries to get back up to the 20 before he's met there by a number of defenders, including Wes Lolo, and Mazembe shall get up and play the ball. They work towards that left-hand edge. Good scamper out of the acting half. That was a good run, wasn't it, Daniel?
Yeah, it was a great run by South Africa, getting a bit more momentum here. Is a better set of 6 in defence for them here, but Niue doing very well as well. South Africa going to be tackled now 15 before halfway, centre of the field. They've just got to be careful here, Niue, not to give away a penalty. I thought they knocked the ball on there from dummy half, but play on. Now they have, though. It's going to be a knock on South Africa, just making some silly mistakes.
Yeah, they are just a little bit impatient at the moment, Daniel.
Yeah, they are, Curtis.
Yeah, straight down the line. Nice little back line from the boys. That was poor refereeing, I think, from... we'll get the referee's name, Phil Henderson. 2 tackles in a row there. South Africa had the ball. The marker was pushing up with his feet and his knees. He let that one go. The next one went. It was a very short 10. He didn't give South Africa a chance. And now Niue are going to come back on the attack. They lead 12-0. South Africa need this to be a 50-50 call with the referee. And at the moment, it's not going that way.
And I tell you what, just on the flip side, the last South African set of 6 in defence, I thought a few times they were offside as well. So they need to mark the 10 a bit bigger, a bit better. Easy for me to say. But here's a chance for Niue, 10 into South Africa territory.
They take the scrum win, and they work towards that right-hand edge as well, and they try and get up over the attacking 40. Now, good little offload, wasn't it? Now the wing is scampering about, but he gets wrapped up, and really they just do him the on the opposite number. Now, quick play the ball now. Oh, that was a big hit, and that was by the hooker and Verloen. And they've managed to get a penalty there, Ikinofo, but the referee said enough. It was a bit too high on that one. I thought it was a bit... I don't know, 50-50.
Yeah, but I thought it was a great tackle, and he gets penalised because he's the dominant tackle. Why does he have to get off as quickly if he's the dominant in the tackle?
Big test for South Africa here. They've conceded 2 tries already. They've found touch only 14 out. They don't want to concede another one with 17 before half-time.
Here they go. Oh, referee's pulled them back. Enterprising play by Niue, isn't it?
They're playing very good football. Here they go, up over the 10-metre line now, and they're pushing away from them. Going to start the set of 6, 7 out. They lost the ball, but they have the ball back. What about that, Alby?
Underneath the legs, tunnel ball style, and they're trying to get up into that attacking 10-metre line at the moment. And at the dummy half is Ikinofo now charges up, tries to get the line. Mazembe and a few of the boys are there to meet him, including Verloen, and as well as Gillam. Will get up and play the ball. Now they come toward the open side, looking for some runners now. Ooh, geez, cut him behind the pass. Now they work their way up. A little kick, stopped by South Africa, but beautifully picked up. Oh, that was a slips catch there wasn't it?
I tell you what, again, they probably would have been better off running it. They had numbers, probably a 2-on-1 overlap that they decided to put in the kick. Worked for them a bit earlier on, not so this time South Africa holding on, but just.
Indeed, the pitches come into you courtesy of Two Little Fish on live stream, and the call team, Curtis Woodward, Daniel Pettigrew, myself, Alby Talarico, via Radio Hub. And here's the kick for the line. He almost got, he's got rounded up there. Good tackle there by Bernard. So he got wrapped up the 5'8" in Coetzee. Now from acting half, there's Villoen now, tries to get up over the advantage line, but he can't. And that's now last tackle. It was good tackle there by the halfback in Talapau. Alby, he's killing it today, isn't he? There's the kick. Not a bad kick, but he was looking for the line, and now they return it through the fullback in Alex Sieni. He's just scampered down that left-hand edge, and they've got him, and they've rounded him up now, and he's tackled right on the 35 in. Niue now sends it across field. He gave it to Semeki, and he's twisted and turned, and he's put down in the tackle. And there's Ulikita. They charge up to the line now. Great run. And that's Seloko Hunuki. And he'll get up and play the ball back to Ulikita. Sends it across field now, right to the halfback in Talapau. Now they work that right-hand edge, but the referee, I think, could have pulled it up. I felt it was forward. Everyone else seemed to think so.
It, though.
And they have bombed the try. Now from the dummy half, he scampers, he throws a big dummy, sold everyone. He could have sold it, he does. He gets over and scores the try. And so Niue go to the lead yet again. There's a little bit of emotion in this game, which is great to see. And fantastic try to Niue. That takes the score out to 16 points to nil as the referee points to the spot.
Well, Niue playing very good football, aren't they? I thought, as Curtis said, they had a huge overlap in the last play, but smart running there from dummy half. They go in to score another try. There's a couple of South African players, including Mazembe, a bit wounded and back play. I'm sure they'll be okay, but 16-0 kick to come. I don't think anyone saw this coming, Curtis.
Yeah, Niue are playing the perfect game plan, what they wanted to do in this game. They're shifting the ball, they're tip-on passes, and they're just moving South Africa around the park. They're, as we mentioned before, South Africa got some big centres. Boats out there on the right edge for South Africa. He's been found out a few times. You'd think a bloke with a name called Boats in this kind of weather was going to have a field day, but he's struggling out there at the moment. At the moment, Niue are playing perfectly. Did you like that?
It's
yeah,
Boats.
No, for the joke.
I get it. Yeah,
You've been calling him Boats. Whatever.
There's a South African player coming off here as well. He's escorted by the trainer. We'll try and pick up who that is in a moment. But South Africa in big trouble, 13.5 before half-time, Alby.
Yeah, indeed. And there's also a change for Niue, and Huniki is now back on the field in one of their interchange, it looks like to me.
Yep, and we wait for this kick at goal now, about 10 in from that sideline. He moves in now, Sieni, he strikes it. It looks okay, but he's just missed it. So it remains on the scoreboard, 13 before half-time. Niue 16, South Africa 0.
Indeed, and you're watching via live stream. And don't forget, if you like your rugby league, next weekend we've got 5 games of rugby league on Radio Hub. We've got the Harold Matson SG Ball Grand Final, 81st minute team. Curtis and the boys will be doing that at St Mary's Stadium. The Radio Hub team, Steel Sports team, will be at Henson Park for the doubleheader, and then on the Sunday up to Wyong.
I'm looking forward to our trip up to Wyong, Alby.
Another road trip.
Yeah, love it.
Is it just you two in the car on the way
It's a bit like planes, trains and automobiles. We've got to stop at every takeaway.
Do you get to sit up front too, Daniel?
I get the front seat. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good.
We might even bring Tony, who knows. That'll be hilarious.
He gives me the honour.
Here's the kick-off now.
Do you drive and Alby sits in the back seat?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't dare drive his car.
Oh, they charge up now. Good run there by Bernard. They've just controlled the ruck and possession at the moment. Their field position's better now. They're playing with confidence now, Niue, and they've made some good meters straight up the centre of the ruck. And again, run by the other Bernard. There's 2 of them out there today. And there goes the number 15 in Sumia Kafoto. And he's put down right on the halfway line.
And a penalty.
Yeah.
Well, South Africa, they've been doing this throughout the course of the evening. They give away silly penalties, and it gives Niue another chance. And we've seen when Niue get down this end of the field, they're not afraid to throw the ball around. We've mentioned the weather conditions, but at the moment, it's paying off for them.
Yeah, good, very good penalty as well for them, and perfect field position, and they make it from the penalty kick, takes it up to the 30-metre line with still 11 minutes to play. And I just get the feeling they've got a lot more points in them this half, and it's a good quick tap now by Ikifoo. And he tries to get up over the quarter line or the 20-metre line before he's put down in the tackle. He's been directed and told what to do. They come towards the open side looking for some runners. They find one of the big boppers, and that is Sumikia Foto. And he's put down 12 out from the line. And he'll get up and play the ball back now. Looking for some runners. dropped down a gear a little bit. Just I think the conditions are suiting them. That was a good run. Talapau now with the ball. And good old Alby, but he's wrapped up there by Boots. And assisting him in the tackle is Dwayne Botma. And so a penalty now, and now they're just becoming undisciplined. They're just becoming undisciplined at the moment.
And maybe a bit of lack of experience. I know some of the South African players do have some experience here in various leagues, New South Wales Cup and under-20s, but a bit of lack of experience here, giving Niue another chance. They're about to take the tap 18 out from the South African line.
Yeah, here's Robin Sio Hunukai. And charging up to over the line. Jeez, I thought that was a big bop. They're right in there, and Mazembe's involved in the defence as well. Acting half again is Robin, and now they work towards that right-hand edge, and they charge it up there again. A good run there by Bernard. He's put down. He's 5 short. He gets up and plays it. The South African player's injured. Now they're trying to get to the line. I think he's over. Can he get the ball down? He's held up, and so the referee will bring it back. There's no video ref here this evening here at Campbelltown Stadium, but they'll take it back to the 10-metre line. And
Curtis, I've noticed they Niue killing South Africa with their dummy half runs. They scored off a dummy half run a few minutes ago, and again almost there as well.
Yeah, too many questions at the moment for the South African defence, and out the front and out the back. There we go. Too easy.
An easy try there, just a short ball, and they go in for another try. So it's now 20 points to 0 with the kick to come. I don't know what's going on with South Africa, Curtis.
I've got to give an absolute rap to the Niue team. They are throwing everything at South Africa tonight, and they're playing really smart football. That's the first time they've gone flat. They've gone out the back with the shift plays to their 5'8", their centre, and their hook runners out the back, and that time they go flat. South Africa are off their feet, unfortunately, at the moment, and the score could be anything. South Africa playing really, really good football.
Well, you saw them last week, South Africa. What's the difference between tonight? Obviously, they haven't had as much ball tonight as last week.
Well, possession's one thing in this game at the moment, but I do have to say this, is that the Niue are just making most of their opportunities, and they're playing very good, entertaining rugby league. And that's what you want when you come to a test. I think they're a little bit overawed, the South Africans. They've made some silly mistakes. They've given away penalties inside, I think 3 penalties inside their own half. You can't do that. This side knows how to score points. It was a great flat ball, and I think that try scorer was Gavin Arampatuki, who scored that try for Niue. And he's scoring on that left-hand edge, and here's the conversion attempt by Alex Siini. He missed the last one. It blows it out to 20-0 now with 9 to play in this first half. He comes around. That's a little better. There we go. And there's the kick.
An interesting to note, Curtis, Niue in a huddle after that try as well. Still got 9 minutes left before half-time. They don't want to let South Africa in, even just for one try. Don't want them to get back into the game before half-time.
Oh, if they're smart, they'll keep playing the way they're playing. And they could get another 2 tries here at the moment. South Africa really need to get to the sheds. I want to give the rap to the bench front rower for Niue in Walchi Samika Kaifoto. He's been fantastic since he's come off the bench. He's really given them some impetus, and he's got a bit of ball playing about him too. So if Niue are going to keep playing the way they are, hopefully they do, they'll get more points. South Africa really need to slow it down and not break it down, because that's a rugby union pun, but they really need to slow it down in the middle of the field.
They do, and I think what we said right at the beginning of the game, they've got to slow the possession down and to their way of playing, but Niue just want to throw it about there. Good quality game. He's just charged over him now. And Bernard again up over the 40. That was a great run. A 35-metre gain by him. Put down by Mazembe. Now they're coming towards. Now they're right on the attack. Don't be surprised if there's another try in Niue before the half with 7 minutes left to play here. And they're well ahead on the scoreboard. 20-0. 22-0, I should say. Now they work towards this side. Talapau now brings it inside past Philemona. And he's put down in the tackle right on the 30. You can see on the 20. Quick play the ball now. They go towards the open side, looking for some runners. Better defence there by South Africa. They moved in off their line much better. That was a good tackle there by Gillum involved with that. Bit of experience there. Shut the play down. But they're able to get out. There's a little grubber kick, and they get it. No, the South Africans will come away with it. Only just it seems to be such a long time, but this is a fabulous tackle. A fabulous tackle by Niue.
Did very well there, South Africa.
He's injured himself. Mazembe comes from the dummy half, the Niue defender, but he absolutely wrestled him back 7 metres to a metre out from the line. Now they've got to bring it out of their emergency, so that a relieving penalty, they needed that, South Africa.
They certainly did. They were missing easy tackles in the first 2 or 3 plays of that last set of 6, but hopefully they could find touch and just settle back into this match. 7 before half-time, definitely needing a...
Now, you're talking about beards, Curtis. Have a crack at the referee. How good is that, Grizzly Adams?
He's straight out of Newtown, mate. He's got no idea where he is.
Again. Oh, not found touch. Cardinal sin. Here's the winger in Niuaka. He's scampering, And now they've got to defend right. You know, they've got to defend them. They've got to keep them inside the attacking half there.
And Alby, that's what hurt them the first time. That's what led to the first try for Niue, South Africa in the first set of 6, not finding touch. So
not held. The referees let that play go. And Sieni now charges up and he's tackled 33 at the moment. Sorry, Daniel. We'll come back in a second. They're right on the attack. They just scamper out of the acting half yet again. They make it up to 25 out from the line. The dummy half now is Sioso Hunuku. And now they work the blind side. The big bopper again, one of your favourites. Now they charge up over the line, and that's Lolo now with the ball, and he goes down in the tackle. 15 out. They got to hold him out. He's short side play there by Niue, and he's put down in the tackle. 5 out. Good run there by Lolo. He's the other one. There's 2 of them out there. Crossfield kick. That's beautiful. If it can land its mark, it's great, but the South African take it. He's lost it. Now Niue will come away with it, but the referee will say that there is a knock on there.
Yeah, just look for this next set from the halves for Niue in Talapai and Luisi. They've been going out the back. They went the flat ball for the last try. Look for the inside passes in the last 5 minutes to really test them out on their inside right back to left legs.
And you feel if South Africa concede another try, it would almost be game over. Obviously, anything can happen in rugby league, but they cannot afford to concede another try to be 26-28-0 going into half-time.
Yeah, congratulations for all those that came out and watched the game here. There's a couple of hundred people here this evening here at Campbelltown Stadium. Beautiful pitch. I mean, it's probably the...
It's done very well to hold off as well.
It has, but it's the best suburban stadium. They've won the scrum. Here's Talapau. Comes the blind side. Now, we were looking for that flick pass there by that Curtis has given us a word for.
They didn't score, did they?
No, they didn't.
Well, I didn't say it then.
Now, from the dummy half, there's Robinson Hunuku. Now he sends it to the big bopper, one of your favourites on the field today in Walakai Sumika Kofoto. And he'll get up and play the ball back. He's only metres away there. There's the pitches there. You can watch it on live stream. You can listen on Radio Hub. Now they charge it up. There's Adam Patuki. And he's put down in the tackle now. Now at the dummy half. I reckon he could go from dummy half. He doesn't. He sends it across field now looking for some runners. They're almost there, but the defence. It's better defence now by South Africa. They're holding as well. There's the hooker. Grabs the ball. Decides to scamper out himself. He's put the ball down and he scored the try.
Well, they did this. We mentioned it. I think that's their second or third try coming in for dummy half, a metre or 2 out and scoring a try. And we mentioned it a few minutes ago, Curtis, that is what absolutely killing South Africa. Their dummy half runs Niue. In a moment, it's going to be 28-0.
They're hammering them at the moment. They're absolutely hammering them. It could be 60 by the end of this game, which is unfortunate for South Africa and all those people listening back in the Republic of South Africa. But at the moment, I mean, they're really, really struggling with the options they have to make under fatigue. And that's one of the things that the really, really good football teams can do is make decisions under fatigue. And that's what a lot of the professional sides in Australia can do, and they do a lot of training about it and a lot of defending on your line under fatigue. And at the moment, South Africa just getting destroyed by this very, very good or very smart Niue team.
Yeah, and we're waiting for the kick at goal now. 3 minutes before half-time, 26-0, and it should be in a moment 28-0. And the Niue fans that are here in front of us in the grandstand, very happy with the way their team has played so far this evening. As we wait for the kick at goal from Alex Sieni. He's had a strong game at fullback as well. About 11 out, just adjacent to that right-hand upright. You can see it if you're watching us live. And he's just lining it up to give him a 28-0 lead. And he's slowly taking his time. He moves in. He should have no problems, and he doesn't. So now 2.5 before half-time. It's Niue, Alby 28, South Africa 0.
Yes, 28-0 here at Campbelltown Stadium with 2 3/4 minutes left to play here, and it has been all Niue all throughout this half.
And South Africa could have taken their time to get back to the halfway line as well.
That's exactly what I'd be doing, and 2.5 minutes to the break. I don't know what their coach, Ryan Grief, says to them at half-time. They need some legitimate ball on the right side of the field, but if you're giving up penalties, you're giving up the ball and you're not making tackles, you're not going to get possession anyway. Yeah, so they need to be a lot better with the football and get to half-time, get to the second half and make some better decisions, in the defensive structures and try to get them back in this game. I don't know how they're going to do it.
No, I don't know either. South Africa will get us back underway. A bit of a short kick-off, but it's taken there by Niue, and they took it on the 30-metre line. Now he's lost the ball sideways.
Oh.
In fact, the referee said knock on. So here's a chance for South Africa, Curtis. They're going to get a scrum feed around about 25 out from the Niue line, centre of the field. One feels they must score here.
Well, Harris Halvor, the lock for South Africa, was just tweaking his tash and thinking about what's coming up in the next set of 6, and he's going to be very smart. And I hope South Africa can get on the board for their sake and make it a little bit interesting going into the break.
Yeah, well, the referee has called time off. 1 minute 41 seconds left on the clock if we wait for the scrum to be fed by Dupree's, and he does so now to the back of the scrum. It's picked up at the centre of the field. Here it is with Boats up over the 20 to the 10. He's dragged to ground. Good tackle. Only 7 out from the Niue line. Here's a huge chance for them now. They'll get up slowly, begging for a penalty. South Africa, they don't get it. Goes back in the centre field now. It's with the number 10 in Joel Burt, but he's going to be tackled now. Centre of the field. 5 out from the Niue line. 1 minute 20 left. It's played now from dummy half. He goes himself in the end, and that will be Wilgen. He's going to be tackled now. Again, 4 out from the Niue line. Not much happening here for South Africa at the moment. Here it is with a big number 10 once again. Joe Bird, he's over the line. But as you can see, he's going to be pushed back into the field of play. 4th tackle, 1 out. They'll get up to play the ball very slowly from dummy half. A wobbly old pass there. They've got numbers if they spit it out wide, but they don't do so. And here it is with the number 11 in Gillum, and he's going to be tackled now. 3 out. Last tackle for the South African team. So what can they do here? It goes now. They're going to look for the crossfield bomb. They do so now. It's not a bad one. It's going to land about 5 metres out. Taken by South Africa, juggled and knocked on. Alby, they did very well there. Niue to hold on.
Oh. Good defence there. I mean, it's the first time they've really been tested, and they did it so well, but they've got to change over 10 out, 10 in from touch. It's the final 30 seconds. It's been all Niue here this evening. 28-0 here at Campbelltown Stadium, and that was a good attacking set there for the South Africans. It'll give them a bit of confidence if they can somehow manage to maybe get some points early in the second half. They may be able to get that arm wrestle back, but it's all Niue at the moment.
They definitely need to. It's with Niue now. And they're just going to run it out over the last 5 seconds. They might get one more play left. And now up over the 20-metre line they go. They're going to go to ground. And there is the siren, and that will be half-time. The referee taking a little while to blow half-time. It was a bit of a push and a shove there. I don't think much is going to come out of it. But Curtis, a few more players coming in to get involved, as you can see if you're watching us. And still a bit of a push and a shove here, Curtis.
Yeah, it might be new tactic from South Africa. They're down 28-0, and if they can't win the game, they might as well win the fight, boys. And I don't know if there's much in that. They want to get to the break. South Africa would be frustrated with their performance. I don't know how much attacking ball they're going to get in the second half. They just need to be better in defence.
The referee's breaking it up, and off they go. But Alby, impressive first half by Niue.
Oh, without question of a doubt here. You're watching via the boys at Two Little Fish on live stream and listening via the Radio Hub team. Curtis, myself, and Daniel Pettigrew. You're right, it's been on Niue. They just came out in the first half and exploded, and it was brilliant rugby league. Some great tries right throughout this first half. We have tries to Solo. You also had try Lolo. You had tries to Bernard as well. Of course, Philomena and Yulakita try scorers as well. So 28-0 for South Africa. They need to do something in this second half. They've got to try and, get some respect.
They do. I'll just update you very quickly, if I can, find it of that other game, Papua New Guinea up against Fiji, that's being played up there on the Gold Coast. Of course, earlier on today, the Junior Kangaroos defeated the New Zealand Kiwis 22-20. We'll get that score for you when we come back. But at the moment, it's Niue 28 leading South Africa 0 here at Campbelltown Stadium.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Campbelltown Stadium for the second half of this test between the South African Rhinos up against the Niue.
Yes.
And thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your tweets and Facebook posts, and for the comments that we're getting from people that are in New Zealand as well. We thank you very much as well, which is absolutely terrific. Well, it's 28-0 here The Niue side, they've just got to hold on, and they'll win for the next 40 minutes. South Africa, I'd say they would have had a very big talk during the during the halftime break by their coach, and we'll get the reports very shortly from Curtis, who was down in the sheds. It's probably more about proud than what it is about what they're doing. It's, what they've just got to do is basically just stand up.
They do. Just quickly, we said before we went to the break, I'll get you a full-time score of Fiji and Papua New Guinea. Fiji have won that game by 22 points to 10. Before we leave here tonight, Tonga play Samoa. We'll give you about a half-time score at the end of this game.
Okay, here's the kickoff for the second half. As Niue has now got to bring it over their northern end of the ground, and they charge up over the 20-metre line, and it's a good run there. And that's the number 15 in Waki Sumia Kofoto, and he charges up now. He offloads. Now they make their way up to about 35 out from the line now. Better defence there by the South Africans, but some easy meteors in this opening stanza, this opening set in the second half. We'll go to Curtis, and now they work this right-hand edge. Good little run, an inside pass, and they're away. Up over the 20 now, but he gets dragged down there by the halfback and the number 1, and that was gets up and he plays the ball again. Good run by Cian. He now sends across field. Now I think he's just got to roll over the line, and that's the 5'8" in Luisi, who scores the try, and that pretty much will shut it down. Now that'll take it out to 32-0.
Yeah, and again, I thought they went the wrong way there after that played the ball, but they still scored the try anyway. 32 points to nil with a kick to come. Really 1 minute gone in the second half. I don't know how South Africa can cope with this. Curtis, you said just before half-time it could end up being 60. At this rate, it could be more. Yeah,
it could be more. And at the moment, they've got way too much speed for the South African side, who clearly haven't come out in the second half. And it's the worst possible start for the Rhinos that you can imagine. And Niue just look absolutely amazing at the moment. They look like well-betters. They could be playing Samoa or Tonga next year on the Gold Coast.
I just want to give a rap to Alex Ciani. He's had a very strong game. He's also their goal kicker, but a very strong game so far this evening.
Now, indeed. Now, Curtis, you were down just outside the sheds. Much paint come off the walls?
Yeah, it's surprising for South Africa. They obviously know that this trip is about education and going back to South Africa with with the right frame of mind and obviously getting something out of this tour. They needed a great start. The coach wanted a great start at the second half. He hasn't got it. Niue, it was beautiful at halftime. There was singing, there was beer, there was everything. No, there wasn't. No, but they were very happy, and South Africa obviously not so happy. So the coach for South Africa in Ryan Grieve, he would be pulling his hair out at the moment. This is not good stuff for the visiting South African side.
No, indeed, and the cheerleaders for the South Africans.
Where are they going?
They'll come back. They're coming back, but I think the coach has said, no Hooters for you. The conversion was not successful. The score remains 32-0. Now, yeah, it's just unfortunate for the South Africans. They came off that win last week, and I felt they had a bit of momentum coming into this game, and just goes to show just the opposition. Take nothing away from the Tamaros. They're a developing nation as well, and they played very well.
Well, hopefully South Africa, there's still, 37 minutes left. Hopefully, I doubt they'll win the game, but maybe put a bit of respect back into the score. But the way Niue is throwing the ball around, they're very hard to stop. It'd be very hard for any team at the moment to stop them, to be honest.
Straight to the defending player, and they make some more meters straight up that far side of the field there for Niue now. Good run. Open side they come. Defence is there. Better. Now, better run, better defence there. That's Villoven who was involved with that tackle. Open side they come now. Looking for some runners. They know what they're doing. I think they're toying with them at the moment, Niue. Getting up quick, play the ball back now. Now from the acting half. They send it infield now, and they give the ball to Siumeka Kaufoto. At the acting half, of course, the dummy half is Robin Suisi Hunuki. He's taking over the role at the moment. Goes straight to Talapau. Kicks. Well taken there by the South African winger. And he'll bring it off his 20. Makes a good couple of metres now before he's put down in the tackle. Mazembe from the acting half. Better run by him. 8 or 9 metres. 4 defenders involved with that. 4 defenders. So he'll get up and play the ball back just short of the 40. Short side. Better. That's much better from the South Africans. They send it across field now.
That's a poor 10 metres. The worst thing you can have at 32 points to 0 down is the referee not really looking at the 10, and Niue getting up very, very quickly. As the cheerleaders do a lap of honour here at Campbelltown Stadium, the huge crowd at the eastern end, and we might have a 40-20.
Yeah, you'll be very excited about the cheerleaders. It looked like a 40-20. I'm not too sure if he kicked it from inside or outside the 40. He's kicked it from outside the 40. Niue scrum feet, 10 out, but better from South Africa. I was just about to say, South Africa could probably do a lot worse than maybe just throw the ball around as well. Playing fairly conservative at the moment, South Africa, and it's, well, obviously not doing too well for them.
And I don't know where the points are going to come. In the first half, they made a half break, almost scored through their centre in Ronald Botes, but apart from that, I'd like to see their fullback, Mzembe, get a little bit more ball in his hand. He's obviously barking orders from the back and obviously very active from dummy half, but maybe a bit more good ball at the right end of the ground and try to interject himself into the game.
Geez, I tell you, that 40-20 was pretty close, but now Niue, 10 out of their line. Now they've just got to do what they can and bring it up over the 20-metre line. Now they're toying with him again. Oh, sends it across field to the winger now on that far side of the field. And it's in the hands of Niue. And he's put down a 25 out, gets up and plays it slowly. Good run there by the hooker. Makes another 5 or 6 valuable metres. Centre, actually. Iniki. I'm going to get this right because I know Mum's been on the line.
Ikenifo?
Ikenifo?
Yeah.
Ikenifo, he's a good friend of mine. So
Yeah.
I got a text from her too and said she was on the next flight
Hello,
over to give you a double uppercut.
Thank you for listening and watching.
Hello, Mrs. Ikenifo.
I hope we got it right. Please let us know if we didn't. Here's the kick now by Luisi. Mzembe now has the kick return, brings it off his 10, charges up to the 20-metre line. Here's the halfback. There he is. Good old Alby. Straight to Talarico. Makes the tackle from the acting half. There he tries to steal one-on-one. Does he get it? No. The South Africans are trying to push him off there.
Almost had a maul.
He almost did it, but a penalty there. Probably not retiring there. Not standing square on the marker there. So South Africa gets the penalty. 21 out from their own line. I'll tell you what I want for Christmas. Find the line. It's all I want.
I'll give you $20 he doesn't.
Here's the kick.
I'll give you 20.
It's not bad. Oh, I look forward to this. Oh.
You know, crime doesn't pay, mate.
And that was a much better kick by Jean Hubert. And now it's about 9 on the attacking side for Niue. They take the quick penalty tap. Now they charge up the line now better. Let's see what they can do with the ball now, South Africa. They'll get up and play it. Looking for some runners. Whew. One of the big boppers there, met there by a wall of defenders there involved with that. And the hooker in Verloen is just screaming at them. He offloads, sends it across field now, almost a hospital pass there. Wrapped up there by Talarico. He'll get up and play the ball back to Boats. He decides to go from acting half a short pass to the hooker in Verloen. He's trying to look for the line. He's there, and they push him out. Great defence there by Niue. And that pretty much shows their commitment here tonight, doesn't it?
And we talk about their attack, but the defence. South Africa, early on in the second half and the latter stages of that first half, had a few chances, but Niue's defence so good. They'll be very happy with the 32 points they've scored so far, but they'll be probably even happier with the defence they've shown tonight.
Yes, indeed. That was a good run, but I think a little selfish at the same time. He should have brought it infield, but they've got to try something. And so from the scrum for Niue, 10 out, 20 in from touch on the eastern side of the ground.
Yeah, we're waiting for the scrum feed here. Niue to feed the scrum about 10 out. And they're taking their time, but why wouldn't they? They're leading by 32 points nil. The scrum is fed, and once again, they have numbers over to that left-hand side. They don't get the ball that way, but they're going to be pushed back in a tackle and playing the ball about 9 out from their own line. Taking an age to get off them once again, Alby. South Africa, they can't afford to give away a penalty as Niue now tackle 12 out from their own line. And we get up to play the ball very slowly. A bit of a scrappy play the ball. More than scrappy. Curtis was a knock-on. Bit of a chance here for South Africa. 12 out from the Niue try line is where they'll feed the scrum. 8.5 gone second half.
Let's cheer these Rhinos in, boys. Let's get them on the board. And I mean, as we said before, their points is going to have to probably come off a crash ball or something with a bit of power behind it, because they've got so many big boys on the field. And Alby, tell me when's the last time you saw a 3 and 4 on the right on the same side of the field? McGaw and Eddinghausen?
I could probably say Brian Johnston, Michael Beattie, Graham Quinn, Robert Finch, Mark Harris. Goes back to the 70s.
That's a lot of centres in one team.
There is. Scrum win now by the Rhinos, and they charge the line up now. And Halvor Harris is only metres away. He'll get up and play it. Penalty now. That's what they're looking for. I guarantee they're not taking the 2 on this occasion. They'll just bring it back by a metre or 2 just so that they can get their attacking structure right.
And they've had most of the ball over the past 5 minutes as well. Let's see what they can do here. They'll take the tap 10 out.
Verloen now 9 out from the line directly in front of the sticks here. Now let's see what they can do. They charge up the line. That's the centre 3/4, and that's Boats. And he's put down a metre out. There's the hook in for low and looking for a dummy inside pass. Straight through try.
Oh.
Much better. They're on the board now. Congratulations to the Rhinos. They've scored their points today. 32 plays for...
Well, that'll give them a lot of, well, maybe not a lot, but some confidence, South Africa. They're sprinting back from the kickoff as well. So 32 points to 4. Funnier things have happened, Curtis.
Yeah, I was just going to say then, I don't know who got the tries, the number 11, Alby.
Yep. Gillum.
Very, very lucky that we don't have the video ref up here at this game this evening. Every single Niue player on the field that was around that ball pointed for the obstruction when they turned the ball back on the inside. I don't know if it was, but usually as the cheerleaders start doing some cartwheels, amazing stuff. We've got to try this out. Let's see another one.
Surprised you haven't gone down to the sideline yet, Curtis.
It hasn't rained, Curtis. It's 32 to 4.
I'll be down there soon, boys.
You're watching Vision through the boys at Two Little Fish. Andrew McKinnon, director. And the audio's coming to you via the Radio Hub team. Steel Sports team, 81st minute team. There are more teams here tonight than you see on the field.
That's right.
And here's the 15 out, 20 in from touch. This test match between South Africa and Niue here at Campbelltown Stadium. Here's the conversion. A lot of backspin, but too much. That was too much of an oomph on that particular one. So the score remains 32 to 4.
Happened to notice, though, whilst their kick was coming there, we saw the South African team on the halfway line in a huddle. So nice to see, still half an hour left, nice to see some determination there. And hopefully for their fans, they'll be able to get a few points on the board at least.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So from the kickoff, this hasn't happened that often here today for the Niue side. Yeah, not a bad kick. Now it's collected. Here's South Africa and straight through the breadbasket, and they're away now, Niue, but he's called it back, the referee, for a knock-on. He was away for all money, and very excited there he was. So Niue now, this is what they didn't want, South Africa, and this is not the same side that I watched last week. I think they're just a little overawed. I think they got filled with a bit of their confidence, and no disrespect, it does happen.
This is a very, very big set for South Africa. This game is going to go one of two ways. We're going to see either Niue go away and score another 20 or 30 points, or South Africa grind their way and score maybe one or two more tries and go home with a bit of confidence. But very, very big 6 tackles coming up for South Africa. They have to find something defensively.
Okay, from the scrum win, there's Talarico, sends it across field now. A couple of quick hop steps and a jump on that far side of the field now. They'll get up and play the ball back. Here comes Talarico. He holds it, he shows it. Now he sends it across field now. Good little run there. And goes across to Lolo. Goes down in the tackle now. Gets up, he'll play the ball back. Went into the hands of Bernard. Sends it across field now. Oh!
Ruled a forward pass here, Alby. I thought it was a good pass, but they've ruled a forward pass. South Africa hold on. So it was a big set of 6. They looked like they were going to go into score there, but Curtis, they'll be happy they've managed to hold them Niue side out for one of the rare occasions this evening. Yeah, just the body language of South Africa coming back into scrum. They look a little bit more upbeat. They want to get this ball back in their hands, but this is what they've struggled to do throughout the evening, is work their way off their own try line when they've been under a bit of pressure. Because Niue here, they're not going to let up. They're going to fire up here, and as you can see, they're 5 metres back from the scrum. Their halfback Alex Talarico is there, and the fullback bringing it away there for South Africa is Mzembe. So we'll see what happens in this set, but this is just as important offensively as the last one defensively. Yeah, and they're to the 20-metre line now. I do agree with you. Mzembe should be more involved. They'll play the ball 20 out from their own line. That's Joel Burt, who played slightly. No, he won't. Knock on by South Africa. So once again, Niue defeat. Niue to feed the scrum. 20 out from the South African line. And again, more pressure, Curtis, on the South African try line. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is where Niue scores some points. So whatever I said 2 minutes ago, forget it. Because they've made 2 mistakes in 2 minutes. And they're absolutely killing themselves here at the moment. South Africa, who have really, really struggled with the pace of Niue this evening. And I guess what the one advantage that Niue have had over South Africa since South Africa got here is that Niue would have sat down last week around a computer and on livestream.com/2littlefish, thank you boys, and watched South Africa last week against the Philippines. South Africa wouldn't have seen anything of Niue. No. Maybe a little bit on YouTube from Cabramatta Nines, and none of those plays involved tonight would have been there. As a break made, and might see a try down on this eastern side of the ground. Yeah, they're very close to that try line now. They're only about a metre out from it. So let's see what they can do here. Niue to extend their lead. It's played, and again from dummy half this time, South Africa are awake to it. They're pushing back. They play the ball 7 out from the South African line. it's played slowly now. They go back into the centre of the field with a halfback. He turns the ball infield now to Bernard, I think it is. He's going to be tackled by 3 South African players, 10 short of that South African line. He'll get up very slowly to play the ball now from dummy half. It goes to the halfback now in Telapau, and he tries to get away from 1-2. Does get the ball at the back, and now in the middle of the field, they are going straight through. Easy run there by Sosia Hunaki, and he tries for Niue. They just open up very, very easily there, the South African team. Curtis, it's Niue 36, kick to come, South Africa 4.
He dead set looked like Ben Barber 2011 then. That was beautiful. And South Africa, defensively, they're shot. They're absolutely gone. 2 mistakes in the last 5 minutes. They give up an easy try when they really should be condensing their middle third of the field there. Niue running roughshod. With 25 minutes to go, I'm guessing they are going to definitely score at least 60 tonight, don't you?
Well, you would have thought that all the confidence South Africa would have got from scoring that try about 5 minutes ago, but they made the fatal error, and it really summed up their night, didn't it? They knocked on from the kickoff. I think it was the first play in that set of 6, and really they did manage to hold Niue out once, but a big ask for them to do it again. And 36 points to 4. You'd imagine, Curtis, in a moment, going to become 38 points to 4, and as you said, still 24 and a half minutes remaining. Yeah,
not good signs here for Niue, so at least the cheerleaders coming back down in front of us. That's a good thing.
Alex Ciini now to make it 38 points to 4. Quite an easy kick, about 11 out, just to that right of the uprights to make it 38 points to 4, being one of Niue's best this evening, taking his time to have this kick at goal. He moves in now, and he strikes it and makes no mistake. So 24 minutes exactly left here at Campbelltown Stadium, and it's Niue 38, South Africa 4. Where to for South Africa now, Curtis?
The plane.
Yeah,
the plane home.
Okay. You going to drive them there?
No, I don't drive, mate.
Okay, either do I. Alby can drive. We can stop off at the airport on our way back.
Daniel, have you got Tinder? Because when I go down there at half-time, I'll ask the girls. I can set you up, maybe.
No, I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay, all right, no dramas.
Do you have Tinder?
No, I don't. I've got a girlfriend. Hello, Tepra. Love you.
All right. We should probably let Alby get back into that. Does Alby have Tinder?
Oh, mate, is that timber with wood or what is this thing? I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Alby's got pigeons.
I'll tell you what, mate. A grubber. Haven't seen one of them in about 20 years. Oh, he's touched it. So now South Africa will have to try and just do something here. They're well behind on the scoreboard with 23 minutes left to play, and it's all Niue. And congratulations to them. Oh, that was a mousetrap. I haven't seen one of them since Nathan Brown in the 1996 semi-final series. And didn't he do that to great effect throughout the 4 weeks of the campaign there? Oh, that was a much better tackle. They've lost the ball. The ball's gone back. The referee said play on. Now they're judging up. He did it. Oh, that was a massive hit. By goodness gracious, that was massive. But to credit must be given where credit's due.
Well, there's no dummy half now.
Johan Uber got up straight after, and he was absolutely poleaxed. Mazembe's at the acting half, screaming for a penalty. They'll get one.
Yeah, almost surprised. I thought it was a good hit, but we've probably seen those in NRL penalised, so lucky to get away with that, maybe Niue. But here's another chance for South Africa, 38 points to 4 down, but they'll find touch here. They're going to take the kick for touch, about 35 out from their own line. So you imagine if he finds touch, they'll be taking the tap about 20 out from their own line, and successfully does find touch, 17 out from the Niue line.
Indeed he is. So let's just see what the South Africans can do.
Taking their time here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez, I tell you what, they give the poor coach has got no hair. He's not going to have any more. He'll lose everything. Knock on there. It's just silly. It's just unfortunate for South Africa.
Well, their confidence, Curtis, must be down as well. I mean, 38 points to 4 down, and they're making silly mistakes on the first tackle of each set of 6 as well.
No, I guess you guys can tell me a little bit better than I saw a little bit of last week, South Africa and Philippines, but I mean, a little bit of credit to Philippines because did they play the same way as Niue played tonight? Have they run off their feet?
South Africa came out of the box last week and they scored, I think it was almost 16 unanswered points in the opening 8 or 9 minutes, so they blew them off the park. Finally, when the Philippines got the ball, they managed to grind their way back. They would have won, except they just couldn't get a conversion. And they only lost by 2, and I think they missed about 4 goals. So, you add those extras, and it does come down to so they would have won the friendly out there at Hammondville Oval. But take nothing away from the South Africans. It was a proud moment for them. Tonight it's not going to be as proud, but they're out here at the moment, and they are trying their best. But they've got some way to go. And you know what? They knew what they were up for when they came out here, and they're under no illusions. They got a win. Unfortunately, tonight it's not going to go the way that they want to. As Niue now right on the attack on the 40. That's a beautiful pass, but the referee said not enough. Not enough, and so it's not to be.
And I think just on that point you were making before Niue made that half break, Niue probably came out here tonight with nothing to lose. Obviously, South Africa in a similar position, but probably more known for rugby league than Niue are. So they've come out and thrown the ball around, and Curtis been very entertaining this evening.
Yeah, they've been real good, and we see that from all the Pacific Island nations. They play really, really good football. They love the game. South Africa will clearly love the game too, because they're on the other side of the world on their little tour here. So. You just see a little bit of different football from the two teams, and you see it in rugby union as well. I don't know if it's a thing that comes from a rugby union background, moving into rugby league. But, I mean, South Africa has the rain teams down again. I'm not going down there, boys. If that stays up, Alby, give you the hot tip.
Yeah.
No, there's an umbrella here. I'll go down. I'm a man of the people.
Yeah, man of the people. South Africa have the ball 9 into Niue territory. No way you want to go down there. It's played now. I thought they knocked that ball on, South Africa, but play on. And up over the 40-metre line they go, playing at 18 into Niue territory. Now here it is with the number 8 now to Blanche, and he's going to lose the ball at the back. Referee says play on, though. And South Africa are playing the ball. 22 out from the Niue line, trailing by 38 points to 4. Played now, centre of the field, but very flat stuff here for the South African team. They're playing at 17 out, centre of the field. It's last tackle for them as well. It's played now, and they're going to run it on the last tackle through the fullback. I think that, sorry, not the fullback. I think it might have been Boats, but it was a silly option anyway because he's being tackled. In fact, it was the halfback there in Jabur. So it'll be a changeover. And again, just silly play. They're silly options, Curtis, for South Africa on the last tackle.
Oh, just looking at this weather, to be serious for a second, if this was teaming down non-stop and we didn't have any breaks in rain prior to kick-off throughout the game, it wouldn't be the game that we've seen this evening. Niue would not been able to force the play and push those passes they otherwise wouldn't in a big game like this, as they do absolutely against what I just said, and they run the ball down the sideline.
Now they've lost
and they make the mistake. So I look good this time. Thank you.
So South Africa will get yet another chance to put points on the board. Well, we've got 18 and a half minutes before full time. It's Niue 38, South Africa 4, and that rain is starting to team down. We saw this about half an hour before the game, and it's eased up, but now it's back. And, of course, Curtis will go down to the sideline in around about 10 minutes
for
post-match interviews. As we wait for South Africa to feed the scrum, Alby, they're going to feed it 25 out from the Niue line.
They are indeed now. Let's see what they can do. Maybe get some respectability on the scoreboard at 38-4, and it is teaming down here at Campbelltown. And let's just see what they can come up with. Now, they work that blind side now, and they go towards the opposite side of the field as the South Africans through the number 16. Durok comes across the field, goes to the halfback, and it's not a bad kick at all in Hubert. But too deep this time, but it was tapped over by the Niue side, so it'll come out for a goal line dropout. So they'll get the ball back and another repeat set of 6. Let's see what they can do.
Well, they get the ball back, but I think it was only second tackle, so I'm not sure what was going on there. Maybe trying something different. They'll get another set of 6, so let's see what they can do here. You can see in the pictures if you're watching the live stream how bad this rain is, so probably expect a few more mistakes in the last 17 and a half minutes of play as we wait for Niue to get us back underway.
And if you go to radiohub.com.au, you can vote now to not let me go down to the sideline.
Oh, did he knock it on? No, he didn't, but the South Africans come up over the 40-metre line now. And what can they do now? They must do something here. They come towards that open side and making some few more metres up the edge of the field now. Gets picked up there by the acting halfback. Come along here. It's a good little run there by Kurtzia. Goes down in the tackle.
Push and shove as well.
Indeed. Looking for some runners. Dupree's now. Bounces off. It's 6 again, so 0 tackle now. Quick play the ball back. Can they come out? They go towards that open side. They've just got to hold on to the ball, put some pressure on the Niue side, and they should be able to come away with some points here. They're right at the northern end of the ground now. Penalty to the South Africans.
Well, they wanted to take the quick tap here, Alby. The referee said, no, you can't do that. And he's having a chat with the Niue side, and they're going to, after all that, bring it back to the 10-metre line.
Yeah, he is. And the rain is streaming down here at Campbelltown. So Curtis will have a short walk home and we'll have a long drive home.
I'm getting a cab. I'm not waiting around for you blokes to pack up.
Goats here, 5 out from the line now. Teamwork. Oh, he's lost it this time. Yeah. I think it's just been frustrating for South Africa here this evening, that's all.
Well, it's been the story of the evening. South Africa, really from the first set of 6, they had the penalty early on in the match and couldn't find touch. There's a Niue player down injured. Curtis here, when are you heading down to the sideline?
Right now. I'm going to leave now and give myself I'm going to give myself 15 minutes to get out here. I'll see you down there, boys.
Have fun. There's an umbrella at the back of the box.
Yeah, don't put the camera on me either, please.
But seriously, though, Alby, South Africa probably a letdown from last week. They won last week, as you've said. And obviously, the people that come to tonight's match haven't seen the best of them, obviously.
No, not at all.
As that Niue player is being attended to by trainers. It's 38 points to 4. Don't forget, next weekend, 5 games of rugby league on radiohub.com.au. SG Board, Harold Matts, Curtis, and the boys will do those grand finals, and myself, Alby, and the team will be at Henson Park for a double header on there from around about 12:30, 1 o'clock next Saturday afternoon. Of course, Newtown playing the 3 p.m. match, and then we're backing up next Sunday afternoon as well, heading up to Wyong to see Wyong in action. So 5 games of rugby league next weekend on radiohub.com.au, kicking it off on Saturday afternoon from, I think, St Mary's is where the Harold Matthews and SG Ball grand finals are. And, of course, Alby and myself and Keith and George and the rest of the gang will be at Henson Park for a double header. And hopefully the weather will be nicer at Henson Park. They didn't have a good one a couple of weeks ago. As we wait for the scrum to be fed, and they do so. The Niue side, and they're to the 10-metre line, leading by 38 points to 4. We've got 15 and a half minutes remaining in this second half. In the game, obviously, it's played now. 11 out, and a nice strong run, but push back. That's better South African defence. Probably should have been there earlier on in the game. They'll play the ball 12 out from their own line. Now to the centre of the field they go. The Niue side up over the 20-metre line. The rain's still coming down as we say goodbye to Curtis. It's played now, and a nice strong run, but an offload. I thought it was forward. They've got numbers to the left-hand side if they wanted to give it, but they couldn't. Again, good, strong South African defence. 27 out from their own line. Now he's lost the ball here. What's the referee going to rule? He's going to rule penalty. He's going to rule that it was stripped. Now a bit of a push and a shove. I think a few punches have been thrown as well. A couple more players coming in now. Going to be interesting to see what the referee does here. He's called time off. It will be, I presume, still a Niue penalty, but we've seen that a few times throughout the course of this game, Alby, and the referee breaking things up, but we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, absolutely. So the referee will just decide to pull them apart, handbags at 10 paces, but there was a bit of feeling in that as well. So 14 minutes left to play. I think the referee will work the clock down a little bit as well. Good to see some supporters out here this evening at Campbelltown Stadium in what is now atrocious conditions.
Yeah, not very good conditions at all. The referee calling out the 2 captains now, so they'll probably just have a word, a caution. Don't forget, earlier on today, by the way, the Junior Kangaroos 22 defeated the New Zealand Junior Kiwis 20. And in the earlier game, Fiji 22 over Papua New Guinea 10. We will, as we go tonight, full time of this game, bring you a score of the Tonga Samoa game also up there on the Gold Coast, as Niue will eventually get this penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. So penalty now to Niue with 14 minutes left to play here in... Congratulations, they got that penalty away. I think it was going to go 50-50, but the referee got some words from the touch judges as well as the rain pelts down here at Campbelltown. It's been a horrible, really, 10 days for weather-wise here in Sydney. We did get some clearing weather last Sunday and Monday, but unfortunately not enough. And now we'll just see what the Niue says. He charges up the field good, and he gets turned and twisted around. A bit more committed in defence there by the South Africans. They'll get up and play the ball back now. Open side, rather short. Referees let it go.
Well, the South African defence much better here. I don't know whether it was at the start of the game, and now a nice little run by about 10 metres. They're tackled 17 South African territory. Yep,
gets up, plays it. Sieni is at the acting half or the halfback, and Lolo now with the ball. Good tackle, much better. More feeling. Maybe they needed a stick at the beginning of the game. I should say that. Here they go, a little stab kick. It's not bad. Mazembe's not there, but he picks it up. And that's good work there by Mazembe. Really good work. He's been, I think, their best performer tonight.
Yeah, he's had limited opportunities, hasn't he, Mazembe? But he's done well at the back for what he has been able to do. It's definitely not been his best game, but obviously definitely not South Africa's best game. But again, they're going to have to defend another set of 6 here, South Africa and Niue. I know it's raining, but they're not afraid to throw the ball around still. So could be in for an entertaining last 12 and a half here.
Yeah, I think so. You know, if they can just get the shackles off themselves, I suppose, and just get the understanding there that if they can just make a few passes stick, they should be okay.
And we'll wait for South Africa to get us back underway. And nice to see a lot of people in the grandstand, but there's a few. It's a very short dropout, only 30 metres it's going to roll, but a few actually down on the sideline with their umbrellas up watching the game, so that's good to see. Here's Niue, though, 20 out from the South African line.
Okay, they 20 out from the line, open side, just looking for some runners. Good run there. Good run. Great run. Can he go a little bit further? No. 9 out from the line, now it's 5. Gets up and plays it. That was a great run there by Tukafatu. Sends it across field now. They've got a try. Great camera work. Oh, how good was that? Beautiful pass. And Niue go and score another try. Takes it out to 42, plays 4. Daniel Pettigrew.
Yeah, well, you're willing to bet they were going to score that try, weren't you? They threw the ball out wide to that right-hand side, and they go in for another try. They've been really destroying South Africa in every part of the field. South Africa just throughout the course of this evening don't have an answer to it. 42 points to 4 with the kick to come. Curtis said 60. Well, we've still got 11 and a half minutes. The weather probably maybe might stop that, but they may get there. 44, 42, maybe in a moment, 44 points to 4.
Curtis on the sideline, you're down there.
Down there somewhere, probably trying to find the cheerleader. Might be talking to the cheerleaders. We'll get to Curtis shortly, and hopefully get some post-match interviews after the game with 11 minutes remaining here. Alex Siini, in the meantime, will have this kick goal from about 22 out, 5 in from that sideline, and he's played very well. Probably been one of Niue's best, and in a very strong team as well. 22 out from the sideline. The Niue fans, as you can hear in the background, cheering their team, and why shouldn't they? They've had a very strong game this afternoon as we wait for Siini to have this kick goal to try and make it 44 points to 4 as the rain continues to come down here at Campbelltown Stadium. He moves in now, Siini, he strikes it, it's coming around, it's hit the upright and bounced back infield, but a good effort. Remains 10 and a half before full time. Niue 42, South Africa 4. And let's go and try Curtis Woodward on the sideline. Curtis.
I hope you can't hear me.
Yeah, we know we can hear you.
This is atrocious down here, and I'm never doing this again. And next week, I'll be very happy to be back with the 81st minute, and I'm never talking to you blokes ever again.
Yeah, 5 games next week as well.
He threats. He does this every week. He threatens.
On the way down here, I just realised I got a hole in my shoe as well. So about 2 metres of water.
Well, good news, there's only 10 minutes left, Curtis.
You having a good time up there, Daniel?
It's great, loving it.
No, listen, mate, you can come back up. It is atrocious.
No, that's all right. I'm down here already.
Okay.
He's braving the elements, is Curtis. In the meantime, Niue has the ball around about 18 out from their own line. We've got 9 minutes, 42 seconds left on the clock. And up over the 20-metre line they go, and still not scared to throw the ball around. Up over the 30-metre line they go, and they're going to play the ball. Mazembe making that tackle 15 before halfway, centre of the field. They've got numbers to the right-hand side, and that's where they go. And up over the halfway line they go now towards the 40. He's up over the 30. He's to the 20. It's the number 4 there in Ikitahifo, and he goes in to score yet another try for the Niue team. What a try. They spread it out wide. 46 points to 4 with a kick to come. I don't know if Curtis can hear us, but let's go back down to the sideline. You would have had a terrific view of that, Curtis.
That was beautiful from Niue, and for Mrs. Ikitahifo at home listening in New Zealand, your boys got a try. So hopefully the boys are calling it correctly up there. But yeah, they look real quick down here at the moment in South Africa. They're playing like bustards at the moment, obviously very, very tight.
Yeah, to that right-hand side, they spread it. They scored there, only a couple of minutes ago, Curtis. 8.5 minutes remaining, 46 points to 4. Can they get to your predicted 60?
Well, I've got the Niue bench right in front of me. I predicted 60 at half-time. 60, boys? Yeah, all nods, all good.
Yeah. Well,
60 from Niue.
Well, it's an important kick here to make it within 12 points. At the moment, 46 points to 4. Of course, you're with Alby Talarico, Daniel Pettigrew, Curtis Woodward, braving the elements on the sideline. We will get some post-match interviews after the game with Curtis down there.
You know I can't swim.
No, well, you'll manage. You've got that umbrella. I don't know. As we wait for Siini to take this kick at goal. But you're actually standing behind the Niue bench. We'll get back to that, actually. We'll just watch this kick at goal, and then we'll see what the feeling is like down there on that Niue bench. This one, again, about 22 metres out, about 3 or 4 in from that sideline to make it 48 points to 4 to this Niue side, who's played some fantastic and entertaining rugby league this evening. As we wait for Sieni to take this kick at goal. He moves in now, Sieni. He strikes it. This one coming around again. This time he's got it. Great kick. 7.5 before full time. Niue 48, South Africa 4. Yeah, Curtis, you're down there just behind the Niue bench. What's the feeling down like there?
Yeah, very happy. A lot of high fives. Obviously, everyone's worked really, really hard to get to this point, and to put 48 on South Africa with still 7.5 to go. They're obviously very happy, and they've done a really, really good job tonight, and you can feel that out down here on the sideline.
Yeah, 7.5 remaining, 48-4. Alby back with us in a second. Niue leading South Africa 48 points to 4. That rain still coming down. It has been for the past 10 or 15 minutes as we wait for the kickoff, and it's back underway. This one is going to bounce very close to that sideline, but nicely taken by the Niue side, and they're going to start their set of 6 only 15 metres before the halfway line. And as it's played now very slowly and into the middle of the field, up over the 40-metre line they go. Better South African defence this time, pushing them back, and they'll play the ball 11 before halfway. It's played now. Just one out stuff for a change from the Niue side, but no, they get a pass away, but unfortunately for them this time, they knock the ball on. It's picked up there by the South African team, but Curtis, they've ruled a penalty here to Niue. A spear tackle, I think he's ruling down to the sideline.
Yeah, about 5 metres off the ball too, and he's picked him up and tried to drop him on his head. That's almost a sin bin, but this late in the game, it's not going to make any difference, and more points coming up for Niue, I dare say.
Yeah, Sieni is going to try and find touch about 5 before the halfway line. He does so now as he made the fatal error. Yes, it's gone straight down the throat of Gideon Mazembe, who is about 20 metres infield. No exaggeration, 5 metres infield. So we've seen that a few times today. Now they've ruled he's lost the ball, but the referee says stripped, and South Africa will get the penalty. Do you think he'll find touch here, Curtis?
No.
Okay, easy, quick answer there. 6 minutes before half-time, full-time, Niue 48, leading South Africa
Daniel,
4. Yes,
can
Curtis.
I ask you a question?
You can.
If it wasn't raining this hard, would you be throwing to me this much?
Yeah, no, I'd still be throwing.
All right.
I love your commentary.
Beautiful, thank you, appreciate that.
And you can hear him and the team next week. SG Board, Harold Matthews Grand Finals next Saturday, Curtis?
Yeah, next weekend, and we'll confirm some times on Twitter at the 81st minute after the game.
Yeah, keep an eye on Twitter. South Africa, in the meantime, have found touch right on that halfway line. And they take the tab. I thought he was about to throw about a 2-metre forward pass there, but they're going to be tackled now 5 into Niue territory. 5.5 minutes before full time. And now run for dummy half. Up over the 40 they go. Now they've lost the ball, so Niue will come back up with it. South Africa have not been able to hold on the ball today. That's one of the reasons they're losing, amongst a few others. It's played now by Niue, and here it is with the number 15 in Kafoto, and he's going to be tackled now. Centre of the field, 5 before halfway. Taking age to get off him there. He eventually plays the ball now, looks one way, then goes another, and up over the halfway line goes to number 14 in Falau. He's lost the ball now. South Africa will come up with it. Now they lose it backwards. Finally, it's picked up, but the referee will say double knock on. Should be a South African scrum feed here. 4.5 before full time. Niue 48, South Africa 4. And that rain must be making things difficult down there, Curtis, for the players.
No, it's beautiful. They're enjoying it. They're saying it's lovely, and anyone that says it's not is lying. Okay.
All right. Okay. I think it's Niue scrum feed. 10 into South African territory. You are on radiohub.com.au. Also, Two Little Fish broadcasting this game as well if you're watching the vision. Niue will feed the scrum. 10 into South African territory. 4 minutes, 16 seconds left on the clock. They do so now. Out of the back of the scrum it goes. And again, they're favouring that right-hand side, and why not? They're up over the 40-metre line already. He had support, but he went himself. He's almost going to slide over that sideline. The player there then almost got pushed over the sideline. After all that, we'll just play the ball. Now another run from dummy half. Here it is with Payne, I think it is. He's tackled now. 18 into South Africa territory. Quick play the ball. Up over the 30-metre line they go, Niue, and they'll play the ball. Third tackle, 26 out from the South Africa line, leading South Africa by 48 points to 4. It's played now. Centre of the field they go, and up over the 20-metre line. It was the number 10 there, and Bernard trying to get the ball away. He's lost it. South Africa will come up with it, but he'll say double knock on again, I think. But this time I think I'm right in saying, Curtis, it will be a South African scrum feed. 3.5 before full time. Niue 48, South Africa 4. Back down to you on the sideline.
Yeah, it's all coming winding down now, but I think both teams want to get off the field, get in, have a warm shower, and go and have a beer. Obviously, a big win today, this evening for Niue, and South Africa, though, they can take plenty out of this trip. They got the victory last week, and I think a lot of it was about fact-finding and getting the best out of their training facilities from some of these big clubs in Sydney. So I think both teams will be pretty happy getting out of the ground tonight, nice and warm, away from this rain.
And we will grab some post-match interviews after the game as well. Now South Africa up over the 30-metre line with the number 3 there in Prinsloo, and he's going to be tackled now, 15 before halfway. The hooker wanting a quick play the ball, finally does it. Now he gets the ball, and up over the 40-metre line they go. But once again, good Niue defence bringing him to ground. About 8 before halfway, the ball's come out the back. Referee says penalty. Once again, a bit of a push and a shove, but the referee quick in there to intervene. The Niue players being dragged away. But it's getting a bit tense down there, Curtis.
Yeah, I think, as I said before, Niue have obviously been fierce in defence this evening and very passionate defensively. South Africa, though, they want to don't borrow it. They just want to play their football and try to get a try to finish this game.
Alby will rejoin us after full time. And as we wrap up the match, South Africa will find touch now. A good touch finder as well. They'll take the tap 30 out from the Niue line. And we're just waiting for that tap to be taken now. It is, and here it is now with the number 11 in Gillum, and Gillum is going to be tackled now. 22 out from the Niue line. It's played now. Can they get a consolation try? Here it is with the number 3 in Prinsloo up over the 10. Thought about getting the ball at the back, but can't. Tackled now, 9 out. He'll get up to play the ball now. From dummy half they run. A bit of a dummy. Then he gets the ball on now to Yobert, and Yobert is tackled now on the 2 short of that Niue line. The hooker at dummy half. It's played now to Viljoen. He goes himself a dummy half. Short ball there to Prinsloo, who's absolutely smashed. He'll still play the ball, though. He did want to hold on to it. 2 out. Very flat, though, South Africa. They've got numbers out to the right. If they go that way, they don't. And now the South African player gets tackled. I thought high. Referee agrees in the end. Penalty. Another set of 6 here. Less than 90 seconds remaining. And we'll see if South Africa can get a consolation try. 1 minute, 20 seconds left on the board. And it's Niue 48, South Africa 4 at Campbelltown Stadium. As we wait for this tap to be taken, about 11 out. One last chance for South Africa to get a consolation try. It's tapped now, and the hooker will go himself with dummy half. He gets the ball on now, and South Africa are going to play the ball. Only 2 out from that Niue line. 59 seconds remaining. It's played now to Viljoen. He goes himself with dummy half. He gets the ball on now to Prinsloo, trying to barge his way over the line. Can't get there, though. 2 out from the try line is where they'll play it. It's played now for dummy half. They go blindside. Attempted intercept. Lost backwards into a South African player. Niue picked the ball up. Now taken over the sideline. A bit of a push and shove and back play again. It's sparkling over the sideline, Curtis.
Yeah, a bit of push and shove. No punches thrown yet. I think both teams just want to finish this one, wrap it up.
There's a bit
I think they're too tired to throw any anyway.
Yeah, there's 2 elements in there. The referee over there. 25 seconds remaining. And I wouldn't be surprised if the referee just lets play the clock count down with 20 seconds remaining. It's Niue 48, South Africa 4. Still a bit of a push and a shove. 15 seconds remaining here. It will be probably a penalty to Niue and maybe a kick for touch, and that will be the ball game with only 7 seconds remaining. We'll get Curtis to go down there in a minute and find us some interviews. You can hear the chanting in the background, and the referee, well, he won't call full time yet, as the siren will sound in the back play. The Niue fans happy, but of course the referees are having a meeting with the touch judges, and he's called time off. Is he actually just called full time? I'm not too sure. He has called full time. So a great win for Niue. They have defeated South Africa by 48 points to 4 here at Campbelltown Stadium in front of what is a decent crowd, and there's a few Niue fans to the right of us with their flags waving in front of us. So they'll be happy with what they've seen. Curtis is making his way to...
they've got to finish up about 50 metres away from me, don't they?
Yeah, they're making it work. He's making his way to interview a couple of the players. The 2 teams just congratulating each other, and we'll go down to Curtis in a second. Niue 48 have defeated South Africa 4. Niue 48, South Africa 4. I think he's about to grab someone now. Curtis, just wave at me when you do. He does. Let's go down to the sideline now, and Curtis Woodward with one of the South African players.
Yeah, we're down here with the South African halfback, Johan Hubert. Have I got that right?
Yes, that's Johan.
You must be pretty happy to come down here, and obviously a bit of a fact-finding mission and play a bit of football too, but it must be nice to play against some of these countries in Sydney as well.
Yeah, it was very nice. The Niue guys, very tough. The Philippines, the first match was very lovely to play against them, and good luck for them on the next games. And yeah, going over with a smile on our faces.
Absolutely. And these guys, the Niue boys, certainly some football at you tonight. They ran you off the field, really, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they know how to play football, and thanks a lot for the Niue guys and their supporters, and good luck to them for the rest of the seasons.
So going home after this game here today, what do you guys take out of this trip? Obviously, you got to do a bit of training with a few different clubs as well. That must have been good.
Yeah, that was wonderful for the clubs that helped us, and lots of experience we got caught here. and lots very good guys we played with, like brothers for me.
Mate, congratulations on the trip. Congratulations last week in the win, and hope to see you guys down here very, very soon again.
Thanks a lot, Dave, for you too.
Thank you. There's the South African halfback there in Johan Hubert, and I'll try to get another one for you in a minute, Daniel.
Yeah.
I'll just throw back to you in a sec.
Yeah, no worries. The Niue side in a huddle. He's just approaching them, and we'll get Alby's thoughts on the game in a second. We might just get Alby's thoughts now, actually, because they're just having a team meeting. Entertaining game of football. Niue, very good this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. For both sides out there, I mean, it takes two sides to go out there and produce the football. 54 points, 52 points were scored this evening here at Campbelltown Stadium. Take nothing away from the Niue side. They came out of the boxes, so to speak, to use a greyhound term, and they absolutely put South Africa right to it. And, you know, they're both standing in prayer at the moment. They're both very much religious teams, to say the least. They're both getting spoken to by their coaches as well. They've got to be very proud. Absolutely very proud here this evening here at Campbelltown Stadium. Niue were fantastic. Try scorers to Suini, Ikinofo, Lolo, Yulukita. Wes Lolo scored 2. Keafoto, Patuki, Hanuki, they all scored tries. 6 from 9 to Saini. The South Africans, well, they managed to get their points via a try to Darren Durik.
And just while we wait for Curtis to get one of the Niue players, I can tell you half-time at Seabus Super Stadium, the Gold Coast, Tonga lead Samoa by 10 points to 4. That's after earlier on today, Fiji defeated Papua New Guinea by 22 points to 10.
Okay, some interesting results. It's great. You know, we've had 3 great tests here by 6 different nations.
And of course, the
big
big one tomorrow.
In the big one tomorrow, you've got Australia, New Zealand. Rugby league is alive and well internationally. It's going to take a long time to rebuild some of these emerging nations. I hope we all get behind them, because when they come out here again and we'll have a celebration of rugby league. He's okay. So go down to Curtis, who's got one of the Niue players with him.
We've got Marcel Ikinofo. Now, I've grabbed you because your mum contacted us at half-time and said we're pronouncing your last name wrong. I wasn't. They were upstairs. But a couple of tries for you tonight, mate. It must have been great to be out there on the field tonight and playing some international football.
Yeah, no, it's good to be here. Privileged to put this jersey on again. And all the brothers put in a good effort tonight, and happy to get the win.
You guys are pretty pumped in the circle there. I saw you almost rip your jersey off. What was that about, mate?
Man, no, it's just passionate, eh? When it comes to the real thing, when we do the tagalo, it means a lot. Back not only for our families, but everyone back in Niue.
Yeah, and it is a small nation, Niue, but for these games like this, these international games, especially for a small country like yours, to come out here and put 48 points on South Africa, you must be really, really proud to wear that jersey, like you said.
Yeah, no, definitely to get the points up on South Africa, you know, it's just an awesome feeling to win tonight, especially against a big nation, big rugby-based country like South Africa. No, it's good to get the win as well tonight, so really happy.
And your mum said that we were pronouncing the name wrong. How do you pronounce it? Ikinofo?
Yeah, Ikinofo.
Ikinofo. And you want to say hello to mum?
Yeah, hi, Mum. Yeah.
Thank you, Marcel.
Thanks for that.
Marcel Nikolofo. There you go, boys, upstairs.
Well done, Curtis.
Okay, we've got the victory, and we must get some sound on that as well.
Curtis can grab one more of the Niue players. He's down there anyway. He has got one. Let's go back down to the sideline. Curtis Woodward with one of the victorious Niue players this evening.
Yeah, with the halfback Alby Talarico, I guess you're the best man to speak to when it comes to
when it comes to talking about like a small nation like Niue doing the country proud, you've played plenty of football in Sydney. What's it mean for these young fellas to wear this jersey?
Oh, it's a great honour. It's just one of those things where it's just a privilege to be a part of, and for the young boys, just to see their faces as well. So it's awesome, and yeah, good luck to them.
And you kind of ran the South Africans off their feet. You played some real fast footy in this weather. Was that the plan all week, no matter what the weather was?
Quite honest, I only arrived today, but the boys, I was just keeping contact with our coach, and everything was going really well. Our game plan, because of the wet weather, we just wanted to try and just get some repeat sets, and I thought we did that really good to try and wear them off. So.
Thanks, mate. I'll get you out of the rain.
Cheers.
Well done, Curtis. Great job down there, braving the rain. He doesn't even have the umbrella up, so he's done very well.
He's my hero. I just want to say I've never seen a post-match celebration by the Niue side and the graciousness of the South African side in my 45 years. The humbleness of both sides is just absolutely terrific. They're getting their photos taken. It's very proud for both of them that they get to wear their jerseys, and they played here in Campbelltown, and there's had some good local following. Next time they come out here with more publicity, and I hope we're a part of it, it's absolutely fantastic to see. It wasn't the result South Africa wanted. Take nothing away from Niue. Watch out for these guys. And in particular, Alby Talarico, wasn't he fantastic? He just guided them around the park. He was absolutely sensational. So thank you so much for watching here this evening on Livestream, courtesy of Two Little Fish director Andrew McKinnon and the boys. They did absolutely fantastic in atrocious conditions. It rained for the majority of the game, and they had to go through and work with all the elements that they had, and it's a very hard gig sometimes, but congratulations to both Curtis and Daniel for joining us here. Very patient with the listeners as well. We got over the line in the end, but for those watching via the Two Little stream, whether you're in Niue or South Africa or watching in various parts, thank you so much for being a part of a bit of history here this evening at Campbelltown Stadium. It's the second match of the 2 games that South Africa did play. They did defeat the Philippine Tamaraws. Unfortunately tonight they didn't get the biscuits. Niue did, but you know what? I tell you what, it's great spirit out there. Stick with some of the great pictures down there. Congratulations to the Niue side. I've never, ever seen it like that. It's just a fantastic post-match celebration, Curtis, and I don't think you've seen anything like that in your life either.
Mate, honestly, like the fights at the ground and like the push and shove. Oh, hang on, we're on here at the moment. All the cheerleaders, what are they doing
Curtis,
now?
that's enough.
Hang on, well, don't point at the TV then. Can I be serious a minute about what happened on the ground? There was push and shove. There was never a punch thrown. At full time, there were hugs, there were handshakes. And what I got from that Niue team was that these young blokes, there really is something for the next 10, 15 years for them. I think there was something in Big League about the next generation. They have to be grandfathers, something like that. There is a team there on the cusp of doing something really, really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was a fantastic game of rugby league. It was really entertaining as well, wasn't it? Niue weren't afraid to throw the ball around under bad conditions, so they should all be happy. Now the cheerleaders, your favourite people, getting involved in a photo. Great sportsmanship, as you said, Alby, throughout the course of this evening. Of course, next weekend, big weekend for Radio
Yeah,
Hub.
absolutely. We've got 5 games of rugby league on Radio Hub, 2 New South Wales Cup games. We've got some SG Ball, the Harold Mats Grand Final. Cronulla will be featuring in both the Harold Mats and the SG Ball. They won their way through to Grand Final. They'll be up against Parramatta and South Sydney, respectively, and I really look forward to that. Also, of course, in the New South Wales Cup, New Zealand will play Manly. Newtown will be playing the Illawarra Cutters for the Tom Kerr Cup. So we're looking forward to bringing you all that.
And then, of course, Sunday as well.
And, of course, Sunday, Wyong take on...
They are playing a very good football team next Sunday.
You know what? And they're congratulating the crowd here, and so they should. They've sat here in some atrocious conditions. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching it via live stream, courtesy of Two Little Fish, Andrew McKinnon and his team. For Curtis Woodward, Daniel Pettigrew, I'm Alby Talarico. Thanks for watching the test between South Africa and Niue. Niue were the winners, 48 points to 4. We look forward to catching up with you in the not-too-distant future. Goodbye and bye for now.